biggest lesson with van life at the beach? Spend a day with me in the sand and watch me surf, because I am a newbie. Hey you, how are you? I think you're gonna be super stoked on this video. I'm gonna get out in the water, try to ride the whitewash. Actually, I think I've mastered riding the whitewash. Now I need to really catch a wave. So I'm in the middle of a 10-day challenge teaching myself how to surf. You're gonna see me, wipe out a little bit, try and pop up on the board. That's coming up in this video. Also, I'm gonna teach you the biggest lessons I have learned about having a van at the beach. I wanna do a quick wrap up of the last week. So this happened Sunday, I noticed. As I was actually editing last week's YouTube video, there's a big chunk of wood out of my table, my custom table by San Diego Urban Timber. I'm not quite sure what happened, but we'll have to get that filled. The other exciting news, within just 24 hours of announcing the Wild by the Mile Van Life Workshop, more than 200 of you have signed up. And then, once I opened registration, or the Book Now feature, the entire May slot was filled within hours. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart. It means so much that you guys are interested and willing to learn the hands-on experience, like getting dirty with van life. If you want to join me on the road and experience van life firsthand, head to wildbythemile.com. The first thing I do when I get to the beach after I find a prime parking spot, which I'm going to fill you in on prime parking spots in California in just a few minutes. First though, I open up the back doors. I stand on this step so that I can hang my wetsuit, because my wetsuit is kind of damp from the day before of surfing, or at least trying to surf. I can't reach this hook if I'm just down here, so I first have to have the door open halfway and use this step. I open up the door all the way and it wraps around and it magnetizes to the outside body. So therefore the sun is hitting on the wetsuit and drying it. And then as you can see, the towel is on this little latch, door latch, I guess you could call it. It's what allows the door to swivel out more. And I put the towel right here so it won't blow away. On this side, I'll hang my bathing suits. Just every little nook and cranny that you can find to hang wet items up, you use to your advantage. Now hooks, and hooks. That's something that you cannot have enough of in the van. Come around here and I'll show you another reason why. There is a hook on the passenger side seat just behind it, and so I will hang my bathing suit to dry on that. This is my vinyl laminate floor. I don't necessarily want water dripping down on it. What I'm thinking about doing is installing some hooks. Of course, they would have to be shorter so they don't impede when you open up this sliding door, but some hooks on the inside of this, so that way my wetsuit and my bathing suit can hang down right here, and if there's water dripping off of them, it doesn't matter, because this is just the step, and this is just a plastic step, so it can't mold or it can't rust, or it handles water much better than, let's say, a vinyl floor that if water gets underneath it could potentially mold. This is kind of the setup that I'll show you that I would like. Imagine if the sliding door was closed and there were hooks on there. The other thing I do, which I don't really believe that this is a smart long-term solution, but come over to the driver's side door. I place it on my rear view mirror. The reason I don't like this as a long-term solution is if you come over here, you can see all the salt water on the body of the car. That's not really smart long-term because the body can rust. If you don't like the sand, then you should probably stay at the swimming pool because it gets real sandy up in here. It's something that you can't avoid. You just kind of have to accept the sand. Personally, I love it. I love it all over the floors because to me it feels like a beach day that has been lived. So a quick solution, a broom. And you will want to sweep the sand out daily because it piles up rather quickly. When I first started van life, I had one of those little portable vacuums. I think it was like a Hoover vacuum. And you know what? A broom is way more effective. A vacuum really just wasn't picking up the dust and the sand as much. Also, you have to charge a vacuum frequently. A broom literally doesn't require any work. The sand kind of gets everywhere in the van. I really don't even know how it's on the countertop, but it is. Hi.
Yo, what's up? Orphan, 5'10", 5'9" actually. I gotta scrape the wax off, but going out. Look at that little right there. So you want to stay next to the white water, right on that wall. Get some speed, do a cut back, do some turns. But the hardest part is catching your own wave and getting the speed into it. So that's where I'm going to come into play. It's all feeling. Basically lean on that front foot though for gas pedal.
Okay.
And then the most common wipeout is a nosedive.
Yes, I have done that.
So
I've nosedived when I've dropped in.
Yeah, that's where it gets real steep. If you're going down the wave, you want to just wait in the tail, it brings it up.
The van led me to this music festival where I met him, and I also met my now roommate.
Right.
And look at us now, we're in the van at the water.
Yeah, it's just so cool, like life, people you meet and people you connect with.
Let's go over surf dictionary.
All right.
Kook, I believe that is what I am currently.
Okay, kook, we're all kooks in our own way. We love to be a kook. You just don't want to kook it too much, you know?
What does kook mean?
It's what makes us human, being a kook.
Goofy foot, which is what I also am.
Just like me, which is right foot forward, which is not the regular foot.
Getting pitted, bruh.
Getting pitted, that's probably the best feeling in the world. Being inside a wave, whether it's like 3 to 4 feet or 10 to 15 foot. And then the wave breathes itself in and it spits out. But that's when it's life-threatening sometimes, dangerous, breaking on real shallow reefs.
The other day out here, I got washing machined.
Washing machine, perfect. Well, that means you just had a little spill, a thrill, and you just need to chill, okay?
What I did is I got caught in where the wave broke on me, like right on it, and then the set came in and it just kept breaking and breaking and pummeling me, and washing machine.
So if that's the case, you know, you just relax, focus on your breathing, don't panic is the main thing. You just get there, you'll probably have 3 or 4 waves that do that. You just go under them, take a good breath, relax, breathe, and it'll be over. Once that's over, you jump on your board and paddle back out.
Foamy.
Foamy, wave storms, we got INTs. They're really good surfboards for beginners, for learners. I wish I had it when I was learning back in the day because I hit my head on my board, cut my forehead, you know, so it saves you from breaking skin. You know, like good ride, what's up, see you later.
Good vibes.
Shaka, good vibes all day.
It's nice in the van because you can just close the doors and stand up and change.
I know, it is nice. Or you can do the surfer change with the towel.
Yeah, I don't have to do the surfer change with the towel. I'm gonna go inside the van. I started carrying an extra contact solution because my eyes would burn from the salt water.
Good job out there.
Okay, so I caught 2 waves because I have an amazing teacher.
Thank you.
If you want to learn how to surf and you're in San Diego area,
come check us out, seabiscuitsurf.com or Biscuit 808. We'll be here all summer. All right.
Instead of closing the back doors to change, I just open the wet room door and use it as a privacy fence.
That's one way to do it.
I want to talk to you about the towels I use. This is the only type of towel I've ever used with my van. These are Turkish towels, so they're thin. They dry quickly. Here's my beach blanket. I honestly just kind of sit or lay in the sand. I also have a beach chair that's collapsible. I'll show you it. It's in here. It's where the broom is, inside this closet, the sports closet. This is my beach chair. Here is all the sunscreen in here. It's just like a fest of sunbum. Another option is this. This wet room is lined with plastic acrylic, and then it has a waterproof paint over it as well. It's all caulked, so it's pretty much waterproof in here. So technically, I could take the window coverings and the Tempur-Pedic topper out of here and rinse off with a portable shower. Currently, I don't have a portable shower. I returned it because I never ever used it. I think the entire time I've had this van now for more than 2 years, I took 2 showers inside here. I could technically hang things up inside here to dry. So I could hang my wetsuit, I could hang my swimsuit to just drip down to the bottom and dry. The bottom of this wet room, it has a drain, so it would just drain right down to the ground. This is another option for drying wetsuits or for showering off inside here with a portable shower. I am able to just store it right inside the van. And when I was living in the van, I would just keep it in the storage unit, and then I would try and kind of maneuver around it. If I want to be back here getting in my clothes closet or getting in the kitchen, then I would slide the board all the way to the front. If I want to pull out my bed, then I store the board back here. I walk around and you can still pull out the bed. I don't even think I can store it up here because it's too wide. My Thule cargo box is actually too wide, so I could put my board up here, but it would be hanging over the side just a little bit. And then up here are my solar panels. A common add-on that people have on their vans is an awning, which goes above the sliding door and then just creates a little makeshift roof. I have never desired an awning. I really just sit out the back doors, either on these 2 steps, or a lot of times I just sit in the sand. Sometimes though, I'll use my beach chair. Okay, let's talk about parking passes and paying to park. Right now, I'm at a California State Park beach or parking lot, meaning you do have to pay. I used to pay $15 a day to park here, and then I realized, well, this is your favorite place to park in San Diego County, so why don't you just get the pass? This is an annual pass. You pay $195. It's a flat fee for the entire year, and you get into hundreds of California State Park parking lots that they're in prime locations from San Diego to Big Sur and beyond. You get in those for that flat fee or for just having this parking pass. Now, I want to make sure that you know this pass is completely different than the America the Beautiful pass. This is for the national park. So this, I believe, it's $80 a year. You know, you don't have to pay to park all the time. For instance, in the city of San Diego, you actually don't have to pay to park anywhere that's beachfront. Up in Malibu, beachfront parking, you do have to pay. So throughout California, it kind of differs. There are places in California where you park on the beach in the sand. Pismo Beach is one of them. I went to the sand dunes in Pismo Beach, and yes, you have to air down your tires. You can see how the van was stuck. The tires had to be aired down. On Instagram, just click on the highlight that says tires. There's also beachfront parking that's more of a cliff. That's an option in California. But what you're gonna find most common is a parking lot that's a few steps away from the beach. And it's just a general parking lot area that all the cars are, and then you have to walk a few steps to get on to the beach. Van life is trending so hard on the West Coast. If you walk back here, you will just see a line of vans, whether they're sprinters or a former ambulance van or a camper. Especially on the weekends, this is like prime parking. You'll just see a row of sprinter vans. And it's so cool because people will walk by, strangers will walk by and comment, oh my gosh, your van is so beautiful, it's so built out. I've had people say, I'm interested in getting a sprinter, and they'll come up to my van and look for ideas, then they'll go to the next person's van and look at ideas. For me personally, I get creative freedom, so I'm out here listening to the waves in the sunlight, and I can work from my bench, I can make food in my kitchen, and it allows me to not be in my apartment editing a video, looking at the same walls. I'm coming to the realization that I am very solar powered, meaning I need the sun to have motivation and just like desire to exercise and to get out and to be in the van. See you next Sunday. As always, safe travels.